left-hand side.
Yeah, he's going to in. Again, we've been talking about that. You want to take one wave and work it as much as you can for your surf portion. And Jill Bernier, a real consummate performer in the surf. Oh, here we go. Jill with a nice barrel roll, one-hander.
And it looked like Randy just cutting back through that one.
You know, I wonder if it was one of those where it was kind of crumbling on the top and he just didn't think he was going to get enough thrust out of that.
Nice slash there by Brandon. Once again, folks, 50% of these scores on their surfing ability, 50% on their tricks. Can flip by Brandon.
Yep, he found that. He liked it. I'd like a can flip to go, please. Ooh, nice little 180 right over the top of that wave. That was Brandon. Oh, and Brandon watching Jill does a little look back. Brandon had to check up on that. I think they both had the same lane. Beautiful, max 360.
Once again, we got Zach Bright and Abraham Hochstrasser on deck.
Let's play.
I feel like it's the attack of the drones this weekend.
All right, we are 4 minutes through, and again, that's only halfway through with these here. These are 8-minute heats here in the semifinals. There'll also be an 8-minute heat when we go to our Consi final. But we're going to go through these two heats here in the semifinals, and then we're going to finish up our amateur class and come back to our pros. We'll finish out today with the K&S Big Air Shootout.
Whoa, nice flip from Jill Bernier, but right before that, Brandon with a beautiful little max 360, and I gotta say I love watching him in the surf. Had a beautiful 180 right on top of a wave, and then I followed that up with a big reverse slash.
Like a one-handed re-entry there by Lawler. Getting good amplitude on that roll.
Yeah, it was a big off-axis roll from Brandon. Oh, he saw something, Mike.
Uh-oh. Hopefully it's not going to close up before he gets there. He's working toward it.
Yeah, it shut down on him, but man, it was shaping up like it was getting really big. So they're just going to ride the crest in. Always working it. Ooh, looked like it was going to barrel on him a little. Oh, look at this with Jill Bernier riding through that. Picked up that barrel nicely for the wave, rides it in.
Yellow flags coming out, Dawn, and 2 minutes left to go in this semifinal.
Yep. Half a barrel roll for Jill Bernier. Nice backflip for Jill.
I wonder how much you have to pay for Bobcat seating.
Whoa!
Huge.
Massive, massive. One-hander, one-footer. Looked like a Madonna, actually.
Yeah, Lawler coming right back after that with a nice slash. Lawler.
Nice re-entry.
That was a flex flip, I'm being advised, that Lawler had. And he went so massive on about 30 seconds ago. Can flip by Lawler. Less than a minute to go here in this first of two semifinals. Brandon Lawler in red, Jill Bernier in yellow.
Oh, wow. Side-by-side flips. 1-footer for Brandon to up the amplitude on it. But I got to tell you, Jill actually looked down and was checking something and then just happened to look up and said, oh, I'll just take this jump.
Could have been the flux capacitor.
Oh, yeah, the max capacitor had to be adjusted, I guess. Another nice backflip for Lawler. Working on racking up points here.
5 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, my gosh. This went way too fast. Oh!
And that's going to do it, Dawn. Red flag coming out. Who does the crowd think it was? Is it Brandon Lawler? Or was it Jill Barnier? Either one. I think both of them doing a great job just to make it into the top four with all the talent that was here this weekend. Again, Brandon out of San Carlos, California, riding for TC Freewide, Liquid Militia, Jet Pilot, NASA, and Lawler Motor Express. Jill out of France, riding for Tigercraft, Rip Curl, and Troy Lee Designs.
All right, you guys, an amazing job for both these gentlemen, Jill and Brandon Lawler. Brandon getting that huge axis flip right at the end, that off-axis roll. When he timed it perfectly, got in right underneath the clock, so that is going to count towards the final point. Put your hands together for both these guys. Great job. And I'm going to run down there and see if we can't get a couple quick interviews.
By the way, don't forget, we've still got Massage to the Max up here. Massage is $1 a minute back here in Performance Alley. I'd like to say a very special thanks to the producers of this weekend's event, On Course Events. Doing an amazing job every year. This event gets better and better. Special thanks to Rob Justina and Carol Ann Justina and their great staff at On Course.
I'm on the mic here. Oh, I am. Yay. As we're sitting here watching these guys bring Brandon back in, I got to say the first thing I heard was nice surf riding, buddy.
Yeah, there wasn't much waves to work with the flip, so I really wanted to focus on my surf riding and try and get a bunch of good surf rides in.
But I tell you what, every time you saw something...
Thank you. Yeah, I try to get everything I could in. The conditions are a little tougher than earlier when we were out here, but what can you do? It's the semifinal. Yeah, it was really hard to find anything to do. I got near close to the end of my round. I didn't feel like I had enough aerials in, but was able to get a couple in right near the end to hopefully seal the deal. Thank you.
And Jill, just got a chance to catch up with Jill, and an amazing run for you. And I got to tell you, the one that stuck out for me was where you looked down in the boat, and then you looked up, saw a wave, and you're like, oh, I'll take this. Check. Oh, there I am. Okay, I'm back. All right, we are going to have Zach take the water along with Abraham Hofschlesser. He is going to be up next.
Don Dawson, can you hear me down there?
You. I'm sorry that you can't hear me very much, but I can hear you.
I can hear you intermittently, but that's don't worry about it. We got you up here. I just wanted to congratulate Brandon Lawler, who is going to the finals.
Awesome.
And Jill Barnier will go to the Consi final. Coming up next, folks, Zach Bright and Abraham Ho.
Brandon just got a whole bunch of water and various and sundry other liquid refreshment tossed on his head.
Hey, Don, can you tell me where your batteries are located?
Well, that's a pretty
this is not a
question.
trick question either. I'm being serious.
You are. I know you are, but there are should be in that first flat on the IJSBA backpack, that little backpack.
Thank you.
No, sir. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, some mandatory Pink Floyd on a Sunday afternoon.
Let me know if you don't find a mic. I'll run back up there.
Oh, yeah, we got Rob's on his way down to you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, we've got a bib switch. That's what's going on. So it'll be just a second. Got to make sure that these guys have the right color bibs on before we send them out in the water. So our judges are correct in their scoring.
Okay.
So
well, it's Abraham's got the red one on, and Zach Bright has the yellow. I hope that's right.
Zach should have red, and Abraham should have yellow.
Oh, that's what they're doing now. They just pulled him back in to switch.
Again, my name's Mike, and I'm here to help.
Right, exactly. Thank you, sir.
Once again, Zach Bright, Abraham Ho, getting ready to take to the water. Stand by our amateur Consi final, Danielle Lawler and Trevor Allred. You'll be going up after this, followed by Filippo Rossetti and Michael Ratty.
And I see Michael Ratty already starting to warm up. Vanessa giving him some tips. Stay on was one of them.
Right.
Be cool.
Right, exactly.
Could be the best thing.
Okay, now I thought I just saw a guy over here twerking, and not only did he twerk, but I think she just filmed it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, don't be denying it. You're busted. You're so busted.
By the way, down there on the beach, there is a no twerking zone, so... There we go. We are back on the clock here with the semifinals. Zach in red, Abraham in yellow. Zach Bright again out of San Marcos, California, sponsored by Blowsion Crass Industries and Burn Industries. Look at that. Nice no-handed roll there by Zach Bright over on the left-hand side, and getting fully extended and staying there and holding it.
All right, I got new batteries. All right, Abraham, boom.
Yeah, nice off-access flip. And here comes Zach. Zach's got a nice space in front of him. What's he going to do with it?
I'll just do a no-hander. How about that?
Alrighty. And answer there by Abraham Ho with another big flip. Lots of amplitude. These spaces starting to get a little bigger for these two semifinalists.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because as the faces get bigger, these two monster riders are going to take it higher for sure. Zach Bright and Abraham Hochschlasser on the water. Have you heard that saying, save the drama for your mama? These guys are going to save the drama for the waves. Nice moves from Hochschlasser. Big Max 360 from Zach Bright. Oh, Mike, Abraham going for some more big air. Got flushed just a little bit, pumped through the wave. Did not lose the boat. Something normal mortals would not be able to pull off. Oh, that was nice. Dropped right into the slot on that wave. Beautifully ridden for Abraham Schlossleser.
Meanwhile, a slash for Bright over here on the left-hand side of the track. Again, as we've been pointing out, 50% of their judges' scores on surf, 50% on points. So you can't just go out there and trick out or surf out.
Jumped up on one of the Blowsion vehicles here so I can get a better view. Oh, nice re-entry for Abraham. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, Zach Bright on that very bright Crash Industries boat.
Look at that, inverted one-handed face auger.
Yeah, inverted face auger. Inadvertent, I think.
I am surprised that he was able to hold on to that boat.
Yeah, me too. Wow, massive flare on the backflip for Abraham. And that looked like a flex flip for Zach Bright.
Yeah, that was. And again, it looked like Abraham's feet coming out of the tray. On it looked like a 360 flat spin over the top.
Cool. I gotta say, this gentleman from Mexico, what a phenomenal rider he is. Is this the first time he's been out here?
I believe it's the first time that we have seen him here, at least in the pro ranks. And he is currently 6th overall in the IFWA points coming into today.
I see him making the podium possibly on the tour, as well as a darn good chance of a podium finish today.
Excellent.
Not sure how those points work out, but you had said earlier that a lot of them not here today. Oh, wow.
That was a Kodak moment.
That really was beautiful. Both of them eyeballing each other going, yeah, baby. That was so cool. Zach Bright and Abraham Hochschlasser both working the water right now, and the side-by-side rolls. Beautiful. Drops right down in the wave perfectly. Zach Bright over on the left-hand side rides it in. Abraham going to do the same thing. Pops right in, right underneath this wave. Lovely job.
Winner goes to the finals. Loser goes to the Consi.
Oh! Very typical Air Mexico moment there as he is trying to go to the next altitude. Nice backflip for Abraham.
Abraham going in, it looked like he was almost going for a one-footed lander there. Don't know if that foot came out of the tray purposely, but I can tell you this, Don, we have got less than 2 minutes left to go in this final semifinal.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a beautiful Max 360 roll for Zach Bright, but suddenly when I look over on the left-hand side, his boat was not running. Okay, thank you. I just got the 911 on that one. He's putting his super flip bars up, Mike. That's for Zach.
Uh-oh, look out for a super flip.
Put your tray tables in the upright position, as Mike Young likes to say.
That's right. And 180 slash there by Zach as he is waiting for that perfect wave to come in right now so he can actually utilize those flip bars. 1 minute left on the clock. Huge re-entry there by Bright. Perfect landing.
Smooth as butter. Zach just needs the waves to cooperate here. If he can find a good face, he is going to go for some maximum altitude. Meanwhile, Abraham over on the right-hand side temporarily off, but he had a great flip.
Time ticking down here in this heat between Zach Bright. 5 seconds left on the clock.
Man, and suddenly it just dropped away to nothing here. Aww. No, I want more time. Aw, beautiful. Oh my gosh, Zach went high right as the horn looked like it was going either a double can or a huge super flip, but getting back over to his boat.
By the way, I'd like to say a special thanks to Kyla from Liquid Militia, giving us some goodies to give out. Thank you, Miss Kyla. We sure do appreciate it. And remember to support those who support the sport. And Liquid Militia, a proud supporter of the sport, along with HydroTurf. HydroTurf, a big sponsor to all the racing and free ride action around not only the United States, but around the world.
You know what, Mike? Put your hands together for Zach Bright and Abraham Hochschlasser. What a phenomenal job by both of them, and a lot of the guys running in to make sure that Zach's okay, because I got to say, that was huge, and he almost fully over-rotated with those super flip handlebars on. That was just a little bit dicey, so we're going to check, make sure he's all right. Really love the fact that Abraham actually went right over to him to make sure that he was okay.
Danielle Lawler, Trevor Allred stand by. Once again, Danielle Lawler and Trevor Allred stand by for the amateur Consi final. Dawn, our drones are getting bigger back here. Attention in the pits. We need our EMS, our EMTs. Please report to staging down on the beach. Once again, our EMTs, please report to staging down on the beach in front of the scissor lift. Thank you. We have a rider that needs your attention.
Hello, hello. Okay. So, down check in. Check. Okay. So Zach is going to be knocked out of him. Not sure if you can hear me or not.
Hey, we need our gator to pick up our EMTs at the ambulance. We need our gator to pick the EMTs up at the ambulance. Thank you.
Okay, so Zach's going to be okay, Mike. Looks like he dinged his back a little bit on that landing. But he is going to be all right. They are going to check him out just to make sure. But he was talking, coherent, doing just fine. And he said, you know what, I'm okay. I didn't hit my head. He said he just slammed his back pretty hard on that landing. Again, he had those super flip bars up, but he said I wasn't in the bars. So he's going to be okay as we wait for the deliberation on there. And we'll get him back up here and do a quick interview.
It's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't wanna hear it anymore. I swear I never meant to let it die. I just don't care about you anymore. It's not fair when you say that I didn't.
Once again, going to switch gears and go to our amateur class with the Consi race for our third position on the podium. Danielle Lawler and Trevor Allred have qualified through to that Consi final. And in our finals, Mike Ratty and Filippo Rossetti will be on deck.
It's not fair when you say that I didn't try. I just don't.
By the way, Dawn, this just in. We've hit over 5,000 viewers this week on the live stream.
Check. Can you hear me, Mike?
I can hear you.
All right. Got in front of Mike. In front of Zach. Right. Come on, buddy. Well, again, just because soon as you hear me. Right. Okay. Thank you. So first off, you had going, and right at the end, I know we had actually saw you take those super flip bars up. So then everything like quieted down, and then suddenly you found something you wanted. Take it from there. What happened?
Well, yeah, I flipped the flip bars out because, I really don't like that trick at all. But I know it's a trick you can use to pretty much beat somebody. There's a lot of risk with that trick, but there is, some degree of reward with that trick. So, I flipped them out, was kind of waiting for that wave. Luckily, I have it set up so I can keep riding. So I kind of try to stay busy, but was always trying to find one in the back that I could make that happen with. And I found one, but from what I've heard, it was through the red. And then I went for it, and my flip bar, I think my piece of padding slid out, so my arms went outside of the bars, which is obviously not what you want to do when you're trying to get back into your tray. And I just went flying. Tried to hold on to it, and then I landed on my back on, I think, the handle pole or the flip bar. Not even my actual back, just like right above my butt cheek, really. So I'm going to feel it tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure I'm all right.
All right. Well, I'm going to have the EMTs check you out here really quick. But first off, you did a phenomenal job, and I haven't heard the results yet, but amazing. I'm so proud of you, and way to go for it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, but let's get this guys check you out real quick. Make sure you're all right. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Time for Zach Bright. So put your hands together for Abraham Slesser. What an amazing ride that guy had. Let's see if we can't catch up with him for an interview as well.
Hey, Dawson. Hey, Dawn, can you hear me now?
Awesome. All right. I was just going to catch up with Abraham. So you had a phenomenal run going and caught a lot of air, but then it just kept flattening out on you.
Yeah, it gets pretty flat and nothing much to work with.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. It didn't look like you were frustrated, but you just kept searching.
Yeah, you gotta try to find a good way to make the move and make the tricks, but it was fun though. I like it. I like this kind of wave.
You had a beautiful, beautiful re-entry, and I could tell that you were reacting to that like, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, well, the surf is not my thing, so I'm working on it, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, very good. You looked fantastic. I also want to just give you an acknowledgement. I noticed as soon as you saw that Zach Bright went down on that flip that you went over to go check on him.
Yeah, right. Well, we are all friends. We all travel together, and of course I'm worried about it. So hope he's fine.
And actually, thank you so much. He is doing okay. They're going to get him checked out really quick, but not as serious as we thought it was. Just knocked the wind out of him. We do hope so anyway.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Blowsion. Thank you, Free Ride, and thank you, Rick Road, for the hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides, you look awesome on that Rick Roy hole, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mikey, back to you. But Abraham.
Well, I'm glad you came back to me. You know why? Because I have results.
Talk to me.
Congratulations, Zach Bright. You're moving on to the finals.
Wow.
So it'll be Brandon Lawler, Zach Bright in the finals of Pro Freeride, and Jill Barnier and Abraham Ho in the Consi final. And those two rounds will be coming up immediately following our amateur rounds.
Yeah, I tell you what, redemption for that long to be working, right? So Zach said, I got to grow that hair out so that I can have redemption and get it to the final. Apparently, that works.
Okay, so once again, coming up next, Danielle Lawler. She should be in red. Trevor Allred. Danielle Lawler will be in red. Trevor Allred in yellow. And that'll be followed by Filippo Rossetti and Mike Ratty for the final. Again, this is your battle for third place in the amateur class coming up next. All right, just to let everybody know, here with these amateur finals, the Consi final and the final will both be 6 minutes in length.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you.
It's all good.
He's awesome. That's what you are.
All right, we're going to see how many fans were listening to me out there. From all my fans here at Performance Alley. Anybody in Performance Alley here who can tell me what two pro riders are in the pro final? What two pro riders are in the pro final for a Liquid Militia t-shirt? I hear them screaming. Brandon Lawler is one. Nope. Zach Bright. That's right. Zach Bright. Well, there you go. You can wear a medium. That's right. Brandon Lawler and Zach Bright will be in the finals of the Pro Freeride. Right now, we're going back to our amateur. We're going to switch. Classes here. We're going to go back to the amateur. 6 minute heats. We're going to go with the Consi final first, and in the Consi final, Danielle Lawler, she'll be in red, and Trevor Allred will be in yellow.
So I'm up here with Filippo as we get ready for this amateur final. Filippo, did you ever dream that you would get this far?
Dreamed, but I never thought it would really happen.
I know, right? I'm so excited and so proud for you. This is your first time here at the Blowsion Surfslam, and only 1 year, really been rocking and rolling. This gorgeous boat built by, surprise, Zach Bright and the gang. So I think we got some lucky mojo happening here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We need to have thing.
Yeah, I gotta go to the hair and the big beard, you know.
All right, as we get prepping, are you going to change strategy or just keep going with what's working?
I keep going. I just keep going. I'm gonna try maybe something new. Let's see if I get some good waves. And I know Michael is a great rider, so it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna try it.
All right. Well, buddy, tear him up. Most important, though, have a good time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, bud.
All right, we are on the clock for our Consi final. Winner will take third place overall in the amateur division. And again, Danielle Lawler will be in red, and Trevor Allred will be in yellow. Allred starts surfing over there on the left-hand side.
Well, and I tell you, Mike, who would have thought as we a woman going into a Consi final in the amateur? I had no idea that we would have not one but two women here this weekend, and how amazing Danielle Lawler has been pulling off her very first backflip ever.
Right.
Right.
That's a lot of firsts this weekend.
There have been a lot of firsts. First time Trevor Allred's ever been to the Blowsion Surfslam.
That's right. And
here he is in the Consi final.
You got Rossetti and Ratty, two first-time players, going to be in the final. Big slash there on the outside by Trevor Allred. And this is actually the first time that Trevor Allred, all the way through qualifying, hasn't had to wear the red vest.
Ah. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So speaking of that yellow vest, riding that wave all the way in. And Danielle, we had talked to her earlier about working the surf, and that she is doing exactly what she had been talking about. Rode that wave all the way in and then pirouetted it.
How about that? 180s all the way around. Runs beside it and jumps in the tray.
That was awesome. Her brother's down there watching anxiously. Oh, look at her.
I like it. Little one-handed 180 nose stab.
Oh, my gosh, Mike. That's so awesome.
We are 4 minutes in. Or actually, we got 4 minutes left.
So Trevor Allred slashing that wave in the yellow jersey with that Yamaha Superjet.
So both riders heading out to deeper water, looking for something to materialize out there. Slim pickings, though. And Danielle with another 180. Allred will counter with a 180 over here on the left-hand side.
Yeah, nice little nose stab for Trev, and then he slashes again.
We got a flat spin by Danielle.
Oh, here we go. This is how you get good vision. You stand on the scissor lift.
There you go.
All right, both of them working a little bit deeper. Danielle got her eyes behind her here trying to get something to ride in. Again, it flattened out on him, Mike. It's been doing that a couple of times this afternoon. She had a nice little 180.
By the way, folks, stick around. End of the day, we're going to do that K&S Big Air Shootout. And that is sponsored by, or presented rather, by HydroTurf. And we're expecting to see a lot of good things there.
Again, watching the amateur consi.
Yellow flag is out. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
And she got another backflip. How about that, Dawn?
That would be Danielle Lawler with that massive backflip. And she's like, I got this now, Mike. I
But
got it.
I'll tell you what, this girl eats iron and spits nails.
She does. And to look at her, she's like the sweetest little thing. And yet she's all tough when she gets out on the water here. And she put the hammer down on that. Well, I got an answer, too, from Trevor Allred with that Max 360.
One minute left on the clock as we head toward the final stages of this one. Again, I'd like to say a very special thanks to the Blowsion crew, the entire staff at Blowsion, for rolling out the red carpet all week long for the riders, the spectators, the racers that came into town.
Another Max 360 for Trevor Allred, and several look-back pops over the waves from Danielle Lawler.
Less than 30 seconds to go, Dawn. It's now
Well,
or
and
never.
as you say that, Trevor slashing a wave all the way in. And meanwhile, on the left, Danielle Lawler with a no-hander in the surf. She's actually doing a no-hand surfing.
This girl wants to get on the podium. She would be the first girl ever on the podium at the Surf Slam. All right, there goes the horn. That is going to do it for our consolation final. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause for Danielle Lawler in red and Trevor Allred in yellow.
Woohoo!
Well, how about, Dawn, how does the crowd feel about these two riders?
Well, I got to tell you, the crowd went nuts when they saw Danielle do that backflip. And then right after that, Trevor pulled off that Max 360, and they went nuts for that as well. So I got to tell you, one thing you can tell they love is that whenever they get to see some altitude, that has been making them hoot and holler quite a bit today.
All right. Well, the judges are tabulating scores right now for Danielle Lawler and Trevor Allred. Coming up next, Filippo Rossetti will be in red, and Michael Ratty will be in yellow. Ratty took the top qualifying spot and parlayed it all the way into a final.
Danielle. That is right.
Hey, Dawn, before you get started with that interview down there, can we get a member of the Bright family to please report over by the judges tower? And Carol Ann wants to have a word with you real quick. Any member of the Bright family, we need you over to the scissor lift. Dawn, let's go back to you for the interview.
Come here, baby. Okay, we're going to have to keep walking until we can hear me. Sorry about that. Better. Tell me when we can hear me. Right now?
I can hear you.
All right, here we go. I down here with Danielle Lawler, and she is shaking. I can tell still sinking in with this young lady. A phenomenal job. You started out, you did a lot of...
Yeah, I knew I was up against some steep competition with the... So I tried to work it as much as I could, but I saw that wave bigger than some of the other ones. So I said, I can't miss this, let's for it, and it worked out.
Worked out exactly right. I should say, beautiful backflip. Count up how many backflips you've done total now.
2 or 3, maybe?
Total. Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, she's never even performed a backflip until this weekend.
Yeah, a lot more to come. Now I
What is that? You seem to be pretty bouncy now.
yeah, a little more going.
All right, so just as a recap, kind of thinking back over the whole weekend, your thoughts?
Wow, what an event. This is a big event. A lot going on, a lot to think about. You don't get much sleep, not only because you're out having fun with everybody, but because your brain is just running. What are you going to do? What are you not going to do? What's going to happen? So, big weekend, but a lot of fun.
Plus taking in all the advice from everyone.
Yes, that is a lot in your ears, but it's very helpful. You just got to compartmentalize it all and, make it work for you.
Tell you what, Danielle, I'm going to start calling you the Energizer Bunny.
Well, you get in from doing that and you're just like, you can't breathe.
Well, I'll tell you what a way to represent. Oh, and I don't think it's too late for her to sign up for bigger. Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know about that. I don't really want to get hurt this weekend.
All right, what a way for representing for the women out there. Our first women competitor, her chance of getting to him just away. We'll find out.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby. Great job.
Hey, Dawn. Dawn, I got
My
results
boyfriend,
for you.
What a trooper. Awesome.
Hey, Dawn. Dawn Dawson.
Yep.
I got results for you. They won't be released until the podium.
Yeah.
That's the result.
Say it again.
They will not be released until the award ceremony.
Oh.
That's the result I got. I told you I had results.
You're going to make me wait for it, meanie. All right. You heard it, Mike Young first. We're going to have to wait for the results until the podium, which means you guys all have to be with us. But I don't think that's going to be a problem.
All right, here we go. We got Filippo Rossetti in red, and I believe Michael Ratty in yellow. This is the final. This is for first and second place. And once again, just as we did with the Consi, we do no results here for the next couple of events because all that will be released on the podium. Thank you. One-handed roll on the outside by Ratty sticks the landing. And there was a one-handed roll on the inside by Rossetti. Rossetti with a little slash there goes down. Ratty coming back, circling around, and things have really flattened out there.
Yeah, they certainly did. Conditions been a little bit dicey today. Not our normal surf conditions here in Pacific City. Normally, it's you can't decide where to go first because there's so much going on with that washing machine effect you see.
I know. It looks a little bit like Lake Titicaca.
Or Panama City Beach.
Right, yeah. That's located in Peru, by the way.
Nice slash work from Rossetti. See Rossetti, very distinct helmet. And speaking of helmets, in case you hadn't noticed, Michael Ratty is still wearing Jordan Fielder's helmet, that distinctive 37, because to him, he says, you know what, that's good luck. I'm just going to wear that thing all the way through. And he said even after Jordan Fielder bashed it up.
Well, a nice roll out there. And then Rossetti looks like he finds something over on the right-hand side. But it's slim pickings out there right now. 4 minutes remaining, folks. And this is your amateur final. This will be followed by our Consi final in the pro class. So Jill Bernier and Abraham Ho, you're on deck. You need to get down to staging.
Oh, that's funny, Mike. I looked up to the left thinking that I was going to see a drone, and I saw a helicopter.
Well, that's what Evan and I were just talking about. That's the OD right there. That's the original drone.
Oh, sweet.
All right, looks like Ratty sees something building up. Will he be able to get there in time? Yes, he will. Nice one-handed roll. Meanwhile, Filippo in about 2 inches of water here along the shoreline. Re-entry by Ratty on the outside. And here we go. Looks like Ratty going to catch a little something. Nope. Closes up right before he gets there. But
he capitalized anyway.
He's going to take it anyway. That's right.
Yep, went to a backflip on that. And Filippo heading over there to see if he can get into some of that curl action as well.
Yellow flags out, less than 2 minutes to go. And right now you got Rossetti working on the left and Ratty working on the right. Both of them first-timers here at the Surfslam. And both of them make it into the final here in their rookie freeride seasons.
Right, how appropriate, too, that Filippo aboard a boat that Zach Bright helped him build, one of those crash industry boats. It did a lot of work with that. Only been riding for a year, and yet Filippo finding himself in the finals against none other than a past national champion, Michael Ratty, and also the publisher for Pro Rider Magazine. And while Ratty is new to Blowsion Surfslam, he is not new at all to freestyle.
Yeah, new to the free ride category. He's not a big surf rider. Like I say, he's out of McDonough, Georgia, and obviously they don't have too much surf there. Actually, as far as that goes, anywhere on the East Coast.
You know, he found a little opportunity there and did a quick hop, pulled it into a backflip, and then he's gonna surf right in.
30 seconds left on the clock. And yeah,
good
Rossetti.
timing.
Off access flip for Rossetti. Slash there by Ratty. All right. The horn sounds, the red flag is out, and that is going to do it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for amateur finalists Filippo Rossetti and Michael Ratty. So coming up next, the consolation final in the pro class. That's going to be 8 minutes. It's going to be Jill Bernier and Abraham Hochstrasser. All right, riders getting ready to go here for the consolation final, folks. Jill Barnier will be in red, and Abraham Hochstrasser, or Abraham Ho, as he's affectionately known in the pits, will be in yellow. Once again, Jill out of France, sponsored by Tiger Craft, TPE, Rip Curl, and Troy Lee Designs. And Abraham out of Mexico, riding for TC Freeride, Richter, DASA, CrossFit Revolver, and Cancun Touring Coach.
Okay, check. Oh, we got one right here. I won't make you walk anymore. Okay, down here, Mike, with Michael Ratty, and I have to tell you, the very first question I got for you, because I know that you have done flatwater freestyle for years and years. So which do you like better, flatwater freestyle now, or now that you got a little taste of this surf stuff?
Well, Don, I have to tell you, I'm free ride 100% right now. It's awesome. It's having fun in Flatwater is a great time, but this is a totally new experience, and I just love free ride.
It is interesting, isn't it? That whole feeling of euphoria.
Oh, absolutely. The waves, the conditions, everything is totally different. The sea kind of dictates what is going to happen in a lot of the routines, and it's just an awesome time.
I don't know, Michael Young. I do believe we might have a convert here.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. I love being out here in Pacific City for the Blowsion Surfslam, and I definitely look forward to being here next year and hopefully a lot more free ride events coming up.
Let's talk a little bit about your ride. It looked like when you first got out there you had a plethora of stuff to work with, and then suddenly it looked like a dinner plate.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get some big tricks out of the way right when the green flag went up, but suddenly it just seemed like all the waves disappeared. We had very little to work with, but I think we're able to make it happen.
Awesome, bud. All right, so obviously we got to wait for the results, but overall you seem very happy with that ride.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Obviously the conditions could have been a little bit bigger, but I'm pretty happy with what we had to work with, and just like to thank my sponsors, Blowsion, HydroTurf, Pro Rider Watercraft Magazine, DASA Racing, Jet Pilot, Jet Trim, and Cold Fusion. Hey, thank you, and yeah, it's been a great time here at the Blowsion Surfslam, and I look forward to hanging out with everybody tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. All right, well, we can't wait to hang out with you more.
Hey, Don.
Yes, sir.
This just in, we've just been informed by the park ranger. We've got a sign down here on the north side of the beach, like where people turn in. If you are parked on the north side of that sign, the white sign right there, there's supposed to be no parking over there. The park ranger has given everybody 5 minutes to move their car, and then he is going to start ticketing cars. So we don't want anybody getting a ticket. So if you're parked on the right side of the white sign on the north side of the beach, okay, you see where the white truck is on the north side of the beach. If you're parked on the right side of that as you face the water, then your car needs to be moved. Otherwise, the park rangers will be giving you a ticket. Also, we need Zach Bright to staging. Dawn, let's go back to you. Okay, let's not.
All right, Mike, looks like we are going to the final event.
This is the consolation final
Okay.
for the pro class. Jill Bernier in red and Abraham Ho in yellow. And Ho starting out with a big backflip, getting a lot of amplitude. Re-entry on the inside there by Jill.
All right, Mikey.
Once again, nice slash there. And look at Ho there, doing a 540 into the surf.
And reverse. I love how he reversed that. Bernier retaliating with a beautiful barrel roll toward that Tiger Craft.
Again, just as a reminder, if you're parked on the right-hand side of the white sign, it was on the right as you pulled in, then you need to move your car. Otherwise, it will be ticketed by the Rangers. Again, trying to give everybody a 5-minute warning here. Again, we appreciate your cooperation in advance. We don't want anybody to go home, but we don't want anybody to get ticketed either. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Massive, massive air as he goes up. Looked like he was setting up for an underflip on that. Feet popped out temporarily, but the altitude made up for it. Remarkable maneuver from Abraham Hochschlesser.
Yeah, that was the Hong Kong Fooey flip.
You made that up.
Hey, by the way, just a reminder to all you folks on the beach, remember, if you brought any trash with you, please take it with you. Put it in a proper receptacle on your way out. Or if you see a piece of trash as you're walking back toward your vehicles, just pick it up, put it in a receptacle, pay it forward, folks.
Jill Bernier getting a lot of hang time here. Barrel roll, backflip combination. Which normally you don't see as a combo, but he did one right after the other.
By the way, Pepe Rents, need to move your vehicle. Pepe Rents, need to move your vehicle. Thank you.
Reverse barrel roll from Abraham Hochschlesser. Landed so hard I could hear it all the way up at the scissor lift.
Once again, Pepe Rents, you need to move your vehicle. One of our sponsors here. We don't want to see you get a ticket for sure. And then everybody on the right-hand side of the white sign, as you pulled into the beach, there was a white sign on the right that said basically no parking. So if you're parked on the right-hand side of that, you just gotta move it to where it's legal. That's all. And that's not me. That's the park ranger talking to you.
Beautiful off-axis barrel roll from Abraham Hochschlesser. And I have to tell you, Jill Bernier did that backflip right where Abraham had landed. Guys are consummate professionals, never even touched each other.
Yeah, one thing in this consolation final here, this is 8 minutes in length, and we are less than 4 right now, Don.
Thank you, bud. Another backflip from Jill Bernier.
Brandon Lawler, Zach Bright, stand by for the pro finals. And another 540 there by Abraham Ho. Again, a little off access. Don, seems like everything he's doing is a little off access out there.
Yeah, it really is. But I say what is just so spectacular about him is a level of altitude, this amplitude that he is exhibiting on these aerial maneuvers, Mike, it's really breathtaking. I mean, every single time he goes up for one of those, you can hear the crowd going, whoa. Jill Bernier, by the way, I just had seen out of the corner of my eye, had rode in a beautiful surf wave. Actually was right underneath the barrel. Had tucked up underneath that for a good 300 feet. And Abraham with another beautiful axis roll. I gotta imagine down in Mexico, this guy gets a lot of attention.
Yeah, no kidding. Also, got some great sponsors. Abraham does, like the Cancun touring coach. I imagine he's from the Cancun area down there in Mexico. Yellow flag coming out, less than 2 minutes to go. Abraham also sponsored by Taylor Curtis from TC Free Ride and Rick Roy from Richter, as well as Kyle and the folks over at DASA. Abraham sixth in the points overall in the IFWA coming into this event, Don.
So looking for a podium finish here as well as overall on the tour. You know, Jill Bernier, again, exhibiting this legendary surf riding ability and is actually matching himself to this wave. Does a little pirouette right in front of the scissor lift, Mike, and in about 4 inches of water, spins it out, and then goes hunting again.
I'll never wake up without an overdose of you.
30 seconds left on the clock. And again, like to thank our local sponsors, the Pacific City Inn, Grateful Bread, Los Corporales, and Sportsman's.
Nice underflip for Abraham Hochschlesser. Meanwhile, Gil Bernier had one in his sights as well, Mike.
It looks like they're having a Starbucks moment out there right now. Both riders side by side.
Both of them with little flips. And Bernier trying to get his boat started. And actually, or excuse me, it was Hosslesher trying to get his boat started. Bernier went over to check on him, make sure he was okay.
Yeah, red flag came out. It was all for naught. But Jill's got a little gratuitous for the crowd down there. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for our consolation finalists, Jill Barnier and Abraham Hochstetcher. Again, Don, while you're waiting on them to come in, I'd like to say big thanks to all of our sponsors here at the 6th Annual Blowsion Surfslam. They include Fiberlay, Jet Pilot, Gasket Technologies, Jetnetics, JetSkiClub.ru, Has Photo, New West Technology, Jet World, DP Productions, Monster Energy, Pepe Rents, KNS of Kuwait, Hyder Graphics, Jet Tribe, Jet Import, Pod for Print, Pro Rider Magazine, Full Gas, MJKPhoto.com, HydroTurf, Goggle Grip, ODI Grips, PayPros, Richter, DASA, Liquid Militia, Works Components, BPG Works, Tauceti, Novitech, and ADA Racing. Also, a big shout out to Atlas Cider. Thank you, Joe, for keeping us lubricated up here all weekend long. Big shout out to our good friends from Moto Life, too. They've got some goodies that they're still selling down there when you come off the beach. Don't forget to go shopping before you go home. Moto Life helping us out. You help them out. Support those who support the sport. All right, this final in the pro class. Brandon Lawler will be in red. Zach Bright will be in yellow. 10 minutes to glory. Who will be the 2014 Blowsion Surfslam champion?
Mike, I'm down here with our Abraham and just getting a little bit of a recap. Tell, it's been a long day for these guys there. One of the things I heard saying to you is it's amazing you recovered just right.
Of the ski, but the thing is get on and continue doing your routine.
That obviously is critical. You had some beautiful, beautiful underflips, off-axis rolls. Loved watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mike, I wish you could have seen his smile. As soon as I said that to him, he's like, yeah, those were cool.
Yeah,
1,000 kilowatts.
Cool, and well, I'm happy about it. Being on tour all year, practicing, have my own ski now. I feel more comfortable, and it's a lot of fun. I love to be here. Thanks, Blowsion, for put the event. Thank everyone who helped us. TC Free Ride for helping me to build my ski, bring the ski in here, and I'm stoked.
I'm not sure what I think. In Spanish, it's mariposa for.
It's mariposa.
Mariposa. Well, that is exactly how you looked. Graceful, very high, and
Thank you very much.
And I'm learning Spanish.
How about that? You didn't know you was going to get an education out here, did you?
I know, I'm always learning something. All right, Mike, looks like we're getting ready for the
10-minute heat here for the finals, Dawn. We're going to see who ate their Wheaties this morning.
Oh, man, get the ibuprofen ready. Really? 10 minutes? Ow.
All right, here we go. Final free ride heat of the weekend. And it is the pro class. I see something big brewing up out there. And Brandon Lawler taking advantage. Again, Brandon in red, working on the outside right now.
Yeah,
Zach,
big Madonna flip.
huge.
Grande.
Yeah, muy grande. Another flip there by Lawler that it was also muy grande. And looked like another flex flip out there by Lawler.
Wow. And I'll supersize that as well, I guess, right?
Exactly. It looks like he might have had a couple Monster Energies before he went out there.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Zach getting very intensely focused on the surf positioning and Racking up points over here on that left-hand side, and the way he's been working the top of that wave, bringing it all the way in, which is what they want to see. Going to release that wave and go pick up another. No-hander barrel roll for Zach Bright. I think the question in all of our minds, especially with this 10-minute heat, number one, is Zach feeling okay? And number two, is that back going to hold out?
Well, Zach working the inside right now. Not heading out to the backside. And I do see that he's also signed up for the K&S Big Air Showdown, which is coming up after this. Jeremy Hopper, Randy Lawler, Tanner Thomas, Jake Bright, Darren Anderson, Abraham Ho, Mark Gomez, Jeremy Phillips, Brandon Lawler, and Zach all signed up for this.
Beautiful re-entry for Brandon Lawler on the right. Follows that with a big roll, and not only does he do the big roll, but he does that right at about 1.5 feet of water. Nice surf work from Brandon Lawler. Again, rode that all the way in. And Zach Bright over on the left of the yellow jersey. Just as I look over there to Zach, Mike.
Yep.
Big, big barrel roll.
Yeah, 10 minutes is a long time to be out there in this surf.
I've got to imagine, I know he tapped his back pretty hard. Said it was the lower back. But right down there where the hip flexors are, you can imagine these guys really having to work their back. Their lower back is put under the chest. Extreme conditions here, particularly for 10 minutes. This is the longest they've had to go thus far on the weekend.
So once again, folks, you're watching the 2014 IFWA World Championships. Final round here in Pacific City, the Blowsion Surfslam. And this is the finals in our pro freeride class.
That's correct. The two gentlemen that you are watching, one of them is going to be at the top of this podium as Zach very gently works that jet ski down past the face of the wave and then rides all the way in.
And on just under 6 minutes remaining.
Oh, Brandon got his eye on something. Max 360 for Brandon.
Once again, Brandon out of San Carlos, California, riding for TC Freeride, Liquid Militia, Shirai Batteries, Jet Pilot, DASA, and Lawler Motor Express.
Wow, beautiful pirouette right over the face of the wave from Zach Bright. And Brandon was heading for something, and then it just shut down on him. Lost momentum in that wave, so he's just going to ride it in and do the surf work on it. But it first looked like he was eyeballing it for some altitude. Wow, that was beautiful. Had a massive re-entry, reverse the re-entry into the wave. Great points from the judges for that. Nice one-footer backflip for Zach Bright. And I see the drone out there wanting to catch some action as well.
You think there's a bounty on that drone?
Might be.
4 minutes left on the clock.
Looks like we actually might have some dolphins just past the course marshal boat. Coming in to watch the show. Beautiful Max 360 for Brandon Lawler. I'm amazed at how quickly these guys recover off of these tricks. All right, Zach, beautiful. Zach like popped right on top of the wave, rode it in. Typical aggressive style for Zach Bright. Working these waves in super shallow. I would have done a nose auger on that about a month ago. 1 foot barrel roll for, one-handed barrel roll for Zach. It's going to be so tight between these two, Mike.
Oh, I know.
Two phenomenal competitors. Zach Bright, as he was talking about earlier, getting knocked out early last year to Wesley Kraut-Kramer. Wesley not even able to be here this weekend. Really miss him.
By the way, don't forget, folks, on your way out, our vendors will remain open for a little while. Blowsion, Jet Tribe, Liquid Militia, Moto Life, Atlas Cider Company, all up here waiting for you to come back up this way, as well as Full Gas.
Oh, ginormous and beautiful on that barrel roll from Zach Bright on the left side.
Oh, I know. Didn't miss a step either. Stayed right on the gas and catches a wave, goes up to the top, smacks the lip, comes back down, and rides it out.
And I got to tell you, I really love watching these guys work. It's very different from freestyle where it's aggressive and all these combinations. But here, one of my best descriptions for that is I really do feel like they're dancing out there on the water. It's just like this very actually, it's inspirational to me in a lot of ways to watch them work, watch them ride, and you can tell they love it.
Poetry in motion.
Yes, thank you. You actually said that much better than I could. Speaking of, monster backflip for Mr. Lawler.
Just a little over a minute to go.
Okay, Brandon, nice Max 360 for him. Zach got a little bit flushed on that, but he was actually right in the curve of that wave, right as that face was rolling over. Looked like he was trying to sneak his way through the barrel.
Yeah, that's it. And meanwhile, nice re-entry on the right-hand side by Lawler. Let's see what Zach's got for us. Looks like that kind of fizzled out on him. Looks like something was starting to build for him. He's going to go a little bit deeper. There we go.
Oh! Zach Bright, a big air backflip.
30 seconds left on the clock, folks, here in the final.
1-footer backflip for Brandon Lawler, Mike.
Yeah, can flip. Time ticking away here in the pro final. Hope everybody's enjoyed this pro final here. No-handed roll there.
Yeah.
1 second left. And I don't know if Lawler got that in on time, but one hell of a Madonna flip right there. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that they're both winners. Join me. Stand up, clap, make some noise for both of these riders, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Brandon
you
Lawler
know
and
darn
Zach
good well
Bright.
those last two flips were for us. And their salute for being a part of the 2014 Blowsion Surfslam, because I know they could